Oh, it's 7:34 here on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Glad to have you with us. Doesn't that music just get your blood going? We love it. We love to hear it. I love news music. I'm sort of obsessed with it. There's actually a web. Someday we'll spend some time during the update going through old WCCO news themes. There's a website on the internet that has all the news themes from all the stations around the country. I'm a nerd.
But what you have to do is you need to do the dance that you just did before you came on air.
For the morning update?
For everybody, maybe. Because I have to say, it was very interesting. It was good. It was
something. Riley's with us on the morning update because we are on Snow Watch, Storm Watch. Do we have music for that? Do we have like a snow is coming song?
There's gotta be
sounder?
Dun, dun, dun.
We got to work on that. Wade back there. We'll see if Wade can find something for us.
It was very serious this morning.
This is the kind of the day planner for today, but Riley, we asked you to hang out with us a little bit and walk us through what's going on today.
Yeah, you know, so if you're looking at your window right now, probably seeing some rain, some drizzle, maybe a little sleet mixed in depending on where you live, because temperatures have been starting off really warm this morning. Some areas out in the central part of the state were at 40 degrees. Now, the cold front's going to move through, and we'll start to see a cooler day as it comes in later on this afternoon. But wintry mix, rain, some snow will be likely through this morning. And even the afternoon, we may see some drizzle mixed in with some of that snow, too. And then as we get into this evening and overnight into tomorrow is when we'll see more of a snow event as this area low pressure makes its way through and actually strengthens a little bit. So you can see on the back edge there in the west where we're starting to see the switch over to snow and then the rain. I mean, for January, it's just interesting to see rain on the map. This almost looks more like a spring-like system versus a middle of January. I mean, this is our coldest month out there. We're seeing liquid precipitation falling now, and it's fairly light. Just be careful, too, on the roadways because with the melting yesterday, we did have a little bit of refreeze overnight. We've had a few, an accident right this morning, Jason? Honestly.
Yeah.
Just the icy patches are going to be possible, and especially those who are getting some freezing drizzle may see that too, so just be careful. But look at these metro temps. I mean, our average high is 23, and we're in the lower 30s, and really, there you go. Wilmer, 37.
Yeah.
Glencoe at 36 right now. Mankato, rain in
crazy,
your area.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you get north of 94, and it's been more in the wintry precip. We did have some rain in Brainerd this morning, though, but our weather watcher, Melissa, up there. So here's what we're looking at. Winter alerts. Blizzard warnings for central, southern areas of the state and west. Marshall, Wilmer, you're including that up toward Alexander, Worthington, and then getting into Iowa. Owatonna, Faribault, as we get down farther south of the Twin Cities, you're in that winter storm warning. Twin Cities points north and east under that winter weather advisory. Now, this will go through tomorrow. This begins at noon today for us in the Twin Cities. So if you look at the snowfall scenarios, you look at this, and I always say it's with a grain of salt. It depends also how much drizzle's mixed in. That's one thing. Also, depending on where the heavier band.
And it's going to go kind of in and out over the next 24 hours, too,
yes,
right?
Yeah, and it's going to be a longer duration. This is actually through tomorrow evening on what you're looking at here, okay? Just not a quick hitting system today. We're going to get hit with a heavy snow. So most models that we look at, the European, the NAM, and the GFS3, are, specific ones that we say, give us between about 5 and 7, okay? Now, the HER, which is our high-resolution model, still up there about 9.6. That's kind of saying that the heavier bands may set up over the Twin Cities.
Could happen.
And we may not have as much drizzle maybe mixed in or liquid precipitation that would hinder. The thing about this snow, too, that you got to look at, and here's a scenario. I don't ever get fixed on these numbers because we all know weather's fluid.
Sure.
It changes. Well, really depending on...
What's the difference, right? 5, 6, 7,
The
8,
one thing about this, though, the one thing that everybody is going to experience will be the wind that comes with this later on today and tomorrow.
It's going to that cranks up tonight?
Yeah. We'll start to notice that highest gust will be out toward the west where you saw those blizzard warnings. But this is going to be kind of that heavy, wet snow. We call it the heart attack snow because, it's hard on your body when you're trying to shovel it. If you have a snowblower, that sort of thing, I mean, that's a lot easier.
Sure. Even that's tough.
You want to take your time when you do this, take some breaks out there. But this is kind of what we're looking at. We'll have latest model runs coming in around noon, and we'll keep you updated with that one, too. But overall, we're going to see that switch over. But if you're planning on traveling, tonight, tomorrow, just be careful because the visibilities will be low with the blowing.
All right, well, you lead us right into the question we're asking folks today, Riley, because with the snow coming, maybe we had snow around Christmas, and then it was way earlier in the fall when we had snow. So we're wondering how you're clearing your road. How are you clearing your driveway? How are you clearing your sidewalk? Do you shovel it? Do you make a kid do it? Do you hire someone to do it? Do you have a snowblower? Do you have a flamethrower where you just torch it? Do you have a heated driveway? Wouldn't that be sweet? I used to live on the north side of the street, so my driveway faced south and the sun would melt. And now I live on the other side of the street, same street, and it stinks. Like, you're just in the shade. You're like, oh man, next time I'm shopping for a house in Minnesota, I will take that into effect. Mother Nature doing a little bit of melting. Riley, thanks for your help. We appreciate it. Let us know how you clearing your snow. Looking for some fun comments here. Let's update you on some of the other stories we're watching today. President Trump, as you know, was impeached for the second time, only president to be impeached twice. The vote 232 to 197. Some things to take note of. First, 10 Republicans joined the Democrats, none from Minnesota. Minnesota voted straight party line, all after the deadly attack at the U.S. Capitol last week. Now, impeachment is sort of similar to like a criminal charge or an indictment. So last time around, the president was impeached. He was not convicted because Republicans controlled the Senate. This time around, Democrats controlled the Senate, but you still need a two-thirds conviction. So you'll need 17 Republicans, I think, to vote with all of the Democrats in the Senate. So we'll see what happens. The president did release a video yesterday, not mentioning impeachment, but telling his supporters there should be no more violence. A trial in the Senate will not start until after Joe Biden is inaugurated as the president. Thousands of American soldiers are on guard in the U.S. Capitol. Boy, it's kind of tough to see this, isn't it? Troops filling the Capitol building, sleeping on the floor. These are from National Guard units all over the U.S. The soldiers say they're fine, like, don't be worried about this or anything. They're, getting food. They're used to sleeping in these sorts of situations, but a little striking to see in the halls of the U.S. Capitol. 15 to 20,000 troops, including Minnesotans and Wisconsinites, expected to be protecting the Capitol ahead of and in the days following the inauguration. Governor Tim Walz also activating the National Guard here in Minnesota to help protect the state capitol in St. Paul. You'll remember the FBI has identified Minnesota as a potential risk because of extremist groups, including the Boogaloo Boys in this state. They're there. They are here. FBI says they're on the lookout. Governor says more state troopers patrolling as well. We are getting some good news about another COVID vaccine in the works this morning. This one from Johnson & Johnson. New research showing it also has a strong immune response with minimal side effects. And with this one, only one dose is needed to be effective, unlike the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, which are two-dose vaccinations. Johnson & Johnson expected to apply for emergency use authorization in the next few weeks. How about this in Edina? All the school districts in our state are dealing with this. The elementary kids are going back because the governor said, send all the elementary kids back. Edina School Board looked at caseload and said, all right, let's move middle and high school students from distance to hybrid learning. But there are some parents in Edina. They formed a group. They got a website, Edina Parents for Progress. They drafted an open letter to the school board saying, look, we want our kids to go fully to in-person learning. The school district saying, we're not ready to do that yet. But some parents are saying not only are they exploring private schools, that maybe they're going to move out of Minnesota.
I think a lot of parents are looking at private school options. I know more than several families that are considering moving out of the state at this point.
That's Jeff Northrup. He has two daughters at Edina High School, who I can only assume, no matter what the daughters think or what you think, like, aren't you a little embarrassed that your dad was on the news saying we're going to pick up and move to another state? But this shows the frustration out there. I think a lot of parents want their kids to go back to school. A lot of teachers in schools would like to have those kids back in person as well. Let's talk about lottery jackpots. They keep growing and growing. No winner again in last night's Powerball drawing. So as I predicted a week ago on WCCO this morning, the jackpot continues to climb. There is no winner. and this will get close to $1 billion, and then magically there will be a winner.
What are you doing?
Because the fix is in. Sure, I know you think those bouncing balls are random. Jason, how dare you be such a conspiracy theorist, but come on. Is it any accident? Oh, I'm being told yes, it is actually an accident. It's total chance. Huh, all right. Mega Millions closing in on the big bucks. $750 million for tomorrow drawing. So if you want to take $2 and light it on fire, you can buy Mega Millions on Friday night and Powerball on Saturday. Target's going to keep all their stores closed on Thanksgiving this year. They did that in 2020 as well. The company is saying we're trying to minimize crowds, COVID, social distancing, and trying to take some of the stress out of like having to show up and line up and all this. That's cute, but we all know the real reason is that Target had an incredible holiday season, sales way up, and they were closed. So why on earth would you open up? Give your people the day off, give everybody a break, and let everybody buy stuff online. How about Topgolf opening up again today, just in time for the snow? There's something enjoyable about snow falling down and hitting a golf ball. Topgolf, kind of like, I don't know what the right way to describe it is. It's you're hitting a golf ball, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like target practice. You get points for landing in a certain zone. Topgolf's limiting capacity. They got the dividers up between the different areas. But Topgolf is sort of an outdoor venue, right? Because it's open to the outside, but it's also indoors. They have heaters above you. So that's the deal if you want to go to Topgolf. They are opening up again today. You can book online or you can walk in and check it out. All right, shoveling, flame throwing, what are you doing? How are you going to clear the snow today? Simon, it might take a little longer, but shoveling gets the job done the best. You're right, Simon. I've got a snow blower, but sometimes I have to go clean up with the shovel. Andrea says depends on how much. Under 2 inches, I shovel. While the kids play, sometimes they quote-unquote help. Oh, I remember when my kids were little and they quote-unquote helped. I was thinking today's going to be a lesson for the kids in how to run the snowblower. They're 15 and 13. I think they're old enough. Andrea makes the hubby do it. Cynthia, association does it. Paid. Ah. How nice is that, Cynthia? You just get to enjoy it, right? Oh, Paul, you're the best neighbor. You are the best. I got a neighbor who's got an SUV and a plow, a V plow on it, and Paul's got a truck and helps his neighbors. Paul, you're a good man. People appreciate that, I'll tell you what. Leanne says we have 3 teenagers who equal shovelers. I like to call it a family bonding experience. They refer to it as something else. Leanne, thank you. Michael says, I threw my shovel away when I decided to go to Arizona for the winter. I love our snowbirds who watch the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I love you, but also I hate you just a little bit. When you're like, when we're talking about the weather, looks real nice here in Scottsdale. You deserve it. You paid your dues here in the snow in the winter, and we appreciate you hanging out with us as well. Riley will have updates all morning on TV. We'll be online. We'll be on CBSN Minnesota. We'll get you through this snow. It's going to be fun to have a fresh coating of snow out there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great